Today I'm working on my girl's Civic 2013. Putting the AC in that thing. Rock Auto Special. It's pretty straightforward. Take the serpentine belt off. Alternator. Compressor is down there. Pull it up from the top. Not trying to be working on my back. And this might be the only way to do it on this one, if I'm not mistaken. Go ahead and start with disconnecting that battery. And we go from there. I'm going to take this motor mount off with a, what is that, a 24 mil. Get the jack underneath the oil pan. Put like a brick or something, or a block, something soft under the oil pan. Just raise it up slightly to where it raises a little bit. Get this motor mount off. That way I'll be able to get my tool in there to get the serpentine butt off. I forgot to bring like a long 19 or something, because that's what the tensioner bolt is. I think it's hydraulic tensioner. Should have to double check and get it out. And we good. I do have it on jack stands, by the way. So yeah, I do have the car on jack stands. I'm about to take off the bolt for the motor mount up top and these, and it'll come right up. Get that ground, make sure it's not in the way, because I didn't bring a 19 millimeter. Got my serpentine belt tool. It's kind of annoying to kind of get the leverage you need to get the belt off. Got the jack. I'm gonna put it under the oil pan, make sure she's all good, and go from there. Got the passenger side motor mount off. Got it pushed over to the back. Got plenty of room for the serpentine belt tool and or ratchet if I need it. Side note, when you're taking the leverage off of that tensioner, you're gonna want to hold right here on the engine if you got it jacked up and off the motor mount, because it is gonna want to slide back. Just hold your hand back here. You can do it with one hand. Doesn't take that much. I got the belt slid off. Get this alternator unplugged out. Compressor, and that's it. If you are removing the belt like I did by taking off the motor mount, you don't have to, but I did to make it easier on myself. I don't like working hard. If you have the engine jacked up, hold your hand about right here. Release the tension going backwards, because I was holding it back here. It was kind of pushing the engine, and it is on the jack. Just want to be mindful. All right, got all the harnesses disconnected and slid off to the back. Go ahead and get this harness off of the alternator, and it's going down lower, so I'm gonna just use my clip remover to get that off. Oh, that one actually broken. Both of them broke, so just get it off right about there we go. Ooh, that hurted. Be mindful, a lot of this shit is sharp, man. Push that off to the side somewhere you won't forget. Not on the header, but close back here. Go ahead and work on that alternator. It's going to be a 12, 13, or a 14. Got 2 bolts on there. Just be mindful, I put the bolts in places where they usually come from. The rear bolt for the passenger engine mount in the front, position like that. Same thing when I take off the alternator. Keep in mind when you're taking out the top 12 millimeter right here for the alternator, or rearward I should say, there is a nut back here. If that ever comes out, you're gonna wanna snag it. Let me see if I can get that out really quick. Let's remove the alternator. You got a 12 millimeter right there, and one right there. Go ahead and unbolt that so y'all can get a clear view. It does look like it's one piece, but I promise it's not. I completely forgot to mention, but if you're ever going to start an AC job at home, make sure you have a shop properly evacuate the AC system. I work at a shop. I already did that. I put 0.5 oil in the compressor and just 0.5 gas, just so it doesn't lock up the old one I had on it. But I have to remove this line right here coming off the AC compressor. No, I don't have to remove that one. It's this one right here. I'm going to remove that one because there is a 12 millimeter bolt right, focus, basically right there. but this line is in the way from my sockets, and I don't have all my proper extensions there at work in the toolbox. So I'm gonna remove that, go ahead and unbolt that one while I'm down there, and boom, I'll be able to get this bracket off. All right, one tip about this bracket, you wanna definitely loosen them all up before you take them completely off. You got this top bolt, the side bolt right here, and then that one at the bottom that I was struggling to get. Not struggling, but you know, properly assessed. And then you want to crack them all loose and then undo them by hand. That'll be the easiest way to do that. Then you can get this tensioner out of your way. It's not even really a tensioner. It's more so like a, what do you call it? Like oh, that is a tensioner. That's a tensioner. So yeah, that is a hydraulic tensioner. This is the actual bolt to release the hydraulicness of the tensioner, I guess you would say. Take out that bolt. Get that bottom, put the camera down for just a minute. These bolts are different sizes, so you definitely want to store this somewhere where you know exactly where they go. That way you're not storing bolts all anywhere and getting mixed up, causing more problems. Yeah, we're good. Tensioner, AC compressor. It's coming out soon.
They been snoop down this hit just like a bun. I'm like, what? Remember shit all like one-on-one.
All right, and one trick that's really going to help a beginner working on cars is going to be to take a look at your new part, match it up, and when you verify that it matches up, take a look at where the bolt holes are. You got 1, 12, 2, 3, and 4. That way when you're working on a car like this, you can only see 2 bolts right now. So with the reference, you know exactly where bolts are going to be. It's just going to make it easier to get out. But right now, I'm gonna go ahead and get this thing unbolted and get it out. Also, the more experience you gain in your automotive career, you want to invest in your tools. I'm not telling you to buy Snap-on. Hell, this ain't even my tool. Homie, let me borrow this. Once you crack your bolts loose for those hard to reach ones, just get in there. Once you crack them loose and just let me get out of there. New compressor, you're gonna have these caps on here, and that's just to keep in the oil for the compressor. When you remove them, just loosen them up a little bit, just enough for you to pop this cap up, because they are nitrogen filled, or I don't know if it's Freon. I'm pretty sure it's nitrogen, but it could be Freon. Loosen them up a bit, then you're gonna hear this noise right here. Letting you know that it is fresh and ready to go. Yeah, she's fresh. Alright, so I'm not sure you guys can see that, but right there, the compressor literally sits on that. So Honda made it pretty much easy for these things to come in and out, which I appreciate that. And get that out of the way, because the compressor came up pulley down at the bottom, the rear end came out first, so I'll put it back in just like that, avoid problems, and go from there. When I'm putting the new part on, I don't use the ratchet unless it's in a really tight and annoying space, but even then only snug them up, then zizz them down with that ratchet, that electric one. But if I'm comfortable enough, and this is one of my personal cars, anyone's car really, go ahead, take my time with it. Gently snug them up, make sure nothing's getting caught up thread-wise, and go from there. Right, go ahead, snug them up with the 3/8. Be careful if you're using an adjustable or a longer one, because you can break something. Just got to be mindful of how tight you're actually putting these bolts, and you'll be good. Get that one back in that corner there. All right, on the old compressor, it actually had this little E-torque bolt. I want to reuse that, so you're going to need this is a E5. Look how small that is. It goes right on there. Got a little 3/8 ratchet just for things like this. It's hiding. Never even used it before. And when you put this in, all you want to do is tighten it up till it bottoms out on the threads. You don't have to be tight. You just literally bottoms out and it lights up. Thank you, sir. At this point, you're pretty much going to be working in reverse. See how I got everything laid out? This goes on next. This goes on next. Then the belt. And then the motor mount. So it's just a good rule of thumb. Lay everything out to where you know it's gonna go right back. And it'll be fine. So based on the position of the belt, I just checked back there with my light, made sure it's on the crankshaft and the power steering pump. I'm gonna go ahead and get the belt on now. That way I don't have to worry about that later. Cause I ain't gonna lie, the belt sometimes is the most tedious and hardest part about the job on certain Hondas, especially the 2.4. So I'm gonna go ahead and put y'all down and get that on and double check it, and then we're gonna keep moving. Yes, I was correct. That literally took me under a minute. I'm gonna do some adjustments on that belt. Let me see. Shit around that. I'm going to adjust the water pump right there. Adjust it on the actual compressor because you see it's right in on the rib. That will cause your belt to shred immediately. Why isn't it focusing? Yeah. That can cause the belt to shred immediately. Just want to correct that. That's the water pump. And it's good on the power steering pump back here. It's good on the crank. I'm gonna get it on the car and check as well. Yeah, minor adjustments and we're good on the belt side. Get this harness back on, engine mount, we're done. Double check everything. I'm gonna go ahead and move over to the ignition. Start her up, got my battery back on, or a positive terminal back on, I should say. Double checked everything. Everything's clipped into place. I'm gonna go ahead and start it, make sure no weird noises, make sure the belt stays on. And we're good. No weird noises, no belt jumping off noise. You'll definitely know when the belt jumped off for sure. And the reason I'm replacing the blower motor in this car is because, turn the fan on. Doesn't matter which speed, and it's really annoying. I just came on here, it did smell a little sour, so I have to look into that. But as far as the blower motor, it's simple as, get out of the way really quick. Let me position the light. All right, it's just as simple as 1 screw, 2, 3, and it'll drop right down. There's also 1 screw that removes this cover. And let me put this in wide mode. This is after the new blower motor. Yes, sir. After the new blower motor was installed. Quiet and calm. Just like a Honda should be. That's pretty much it. 2013 Honda Civic, AC compressor and blower motor install. Pretty straightforward. It took about an hour and a half, 2 hours. I could have probably got it done an hour and a half without filming. Pretty straightforward. Just Make sure your compressor has oil in it. If not, if you work in the shop, you already know what to do. I personally always add an ounce of oil, charge it up, she's good to go.